Every meal here is earned, and every meal here is paid for in blood. The greatest hunters do not chase. They wait and let the moment come to them. There are eyes in the stillness, and they are already watching. Life gathers itself, shakes off the dark, and rises to meet the light. The stillness loosens, and the day's slow traffic begins. The waking world stretches and stirs and slowly finds its feet. Life wakes slowly to the warmth, and the great day gets to work. The land comes alive by degrees, one waking creature at a time. The morning calls, and one by one the living answer. Rest gives way to motion, and the day takes its first real breath. Life gathers itself, shakes off the dark, and rises to meet the light. The night sleepers wake to hunger, and the search begins anew. The first cries of morning rise into the quiet air. Something moves in the stillness, and then the whole world follows. The morning stirs the living from their rest, and the day unfolds. The quiet fills with small beginnings, a step, a call, a wing beat. The world rouses itself, unhurried, into the business of survival. The first movement ripples outward, and the land shakes off its sleep. A stirring passes through the land, and everything that slept begins to wake. There is rarely a place that offers food, water, shade and safety at the same time. Neither can be fully understood without the other. Animals must move between these resources as conditions change. Nutrients are carried from one area to another Migration is not only a movement of animals, but a response to moving seasons. Where rain has fallen, fresh grass may soon appear. The rhythm of movement helps prevent any one area from being used forever. This cycle connects distant grasslands into a single living system. Where the soil has dried, life must continue elsewhere. Grazing can stimulate new growth when it does not become excessive. The landscape influences behavior, and behavior alters the landscape. Its character emerges from the interaction of many natural processes. The open plains are the result of climate, soil, plants, animals, and fire working together. Beneath the visible grasses lies a hidden world of roots and soil organisms. The landscape constantly forces life to make compromises. These unseen systems store nutrients and help the land recover. Every type of terrain brings both advantages and risks. This relationship has developed over millions of years. The grasslands, therefore, become a landscape of continuous travel. The herds follow the changing productivity of the land. No single force creates the savannah by itself. After the animals leave, the vegetation receives time to recover. The plains are renewed by both rest and disturbance. Animal movement can spread seeds across large distances. The grasslands and their inhabitants continually shape each other. They read the world through ear and eye and nose, and trust what their senses tell them. Their ears never rest, forever listening for the sound that means run. They wear the plain upon their backs, coloured to vanish into it. A shudder passes along the coat, and the flies rise and settle and rise again. Their bodies are built for endurance, lean, patient, and made to keep moving. Their nostrils work the air, gathering warnings on the wind. Muscles shift beneath the hide, ready, always, to carry them away. Their senses reach out into the world, alert to the smallest change. Their eyes hold no fear, only a steady, ceaseless watchfulness. Ears forward, then back, then turning the constant survey of the wary. A single ear pivots toward a distant sound, and the body goes still to listen. The tail lifts, an ear flattens, and the whole body speaks without a sound. Their eyes are made for the open, seeing far and wide across the plain. They feel the ground through their feet and the wind against their coats, and they read them both. The flies gather and the tails answer, an endless, patient argument. Their large eyes miss nothing, watching even as they feed. Their breathing is slow and even, the calm rhythm of a creature at ease. Every part of them is shaped by the need to sense danger first. Their coats are dulled with dust, blending them into the plain they cross. The skin ripples along their flanks, shrugging off the flies that gather. Many journeys across the plains eventually lead toward the same essential destination. The shoreline records the movements of every creature that has passed through. A single water source may serve countless species over the course of a day. Some visitors arrive quietly, while others announce their presence from far away. Footprints, disturbed mud, and flattened grass reveal how heavily the water is used. Even when no animals are visible, the water's edge tells a story of constant arrival and departure. A shallow depression can become a temporary lake after a single storm. During the wet season, water spreads widely across the land and creates new opportunities. The changing size of a water source reflects the changing fortunes of the entire savannah. During the dry season, those same waters may shrink into isolated refuges. Days later, the same place may begin to disappear beneath the sun. As the land dries, every remaining pool becomes increasingly valuable. Its movement follows the pattern of rain, heat, soil, and terrain. Seasonal water gives the savannah a geography that is always changing. Some channels flow only briefly, yet their influence can last for months. Water does not remain equally available throughout the year. Where water collects, vegetation often becomes greener and denser. A narrow strip of water may support more life than a vast area of open grassland. These fertile margins provide food, shelter, and cooler conditions. The contrast between wet ground and dry plain can be striking. The relationship between animals and plants is one of constant exchange. The land feeds the herds, and the herds help reshape the land. Seeds may be carried over great distances before being returned to the soil. Nutrients are redistributed as animals travel between feeding and resting grounds. Even the largest creatures depend on processes too small to be seen. A healthy grassland can support an astonishing amount of life. Their survival begins with sunlight, rain, soil, and the growth of plants. Scarcity tests the strength of every animal on the plains. But when rainfall fails, the entire system comes under pressure. Survival does not always belong to the largest individual. During difficult periods, the weak may fall behind while the strongest continue onward. No single design is perfect for every situation. It often belongs to the one that can adapt most effectively to change. Some rely on height, others on strength, speed, numbers, or extraordinary endurance. Together, they reveal the many strategies that evolution has created. Each advantage carries its own limitations. A large body can discourage predators, but it also demands more food and water. Long legs may cover distance efficiently, yet they can make resting and drinking more complicated. Horns can provide protection, though they cannot prevent every attack. Speed can create distance from danger, but it cannot be maintained forever. Survival depends on using the right advantage at the right moment. Different species solve the same challenges in different ways. They are the reason the herds never fully rest. They are the oldest fear the living world has ever known. There is no hatred in them, and no cruelty, only need, ancient and plain. The hunters are the keepers of the balance, and the balance depends on them. Every creature on the plain carries a fear of them, written deep in the blood. In the great design, the hunters are not a flaw, but a cornerstone. In them there is neither mercy nor spite, only necessity. They keep the herds strong by taking the weak, generation after generation. Without them, the herds would swell, and the whole plain would suffer. They need not be seen to be feared. The knowing is enough. To the hunted, the hunters are the shape that fear itself takes. Their name is fear, in a language older than words. The plain arranges itself around the hunters, always keeping its distance. They do not hunt from malice, but from a hunger they did not choose. They are innocent of malice, guilty only of hunger. What looks like cruelty is only the oldest contract there is. There is no villain in them, though we are quick to name one. They bear no anger toward what they pursue, they simply answer their nature. They kill to live, and never for its own sake. The hunt is not evil and not kind, it simply is. They act not from cruelty, but from the deepest need to survive. The haze deepens toward the horizon until the world simply fades away. A veil of dust hangs over the land, gentle and ever-shifting. A fine dust hangs in the air, softening the harsh lines of the land. When the rains return, the trees flush green almost overnight. Dust drifts across the plain, carried on a restless, wandering wind. The trees bow to the wind, and in bowing they endure. The far reaches of the plain vanish into a soft and golden haze. The tree leans into the wind that made it, patient and unbowed. The wind is the sculptor here, shaping the trees over long and patient years. Shaped by a lifetime of wind, the tree leans forever in one direction. Wind and time together have shaped the old tree slowly and completely. The first rains coax new leaves from the waiting branches. Over the years, the wind has bent the tree into a shape all its own. After the drought, the trees burst into leaf, green and glad. The distance dissolves into a shimmer of dust and light. The rains awaken the trees, and the bare branches clothe themselves anew. Every tree bends the way the wind has always pushed it. A curtain of haze blurs the boundary between the earth and the sky. The wind has carved the old trees into leaning, twisted shapes. the trees where the wind's long work in every bend and curve. The wind bends the branches low, then lets them rise again, unbroken. Their beaks probe and crack and tear, each perfectly suited to its task. The old plumage gives way to new, and the bird is renewed. Their beaks are shaped by their food, and their food by the land. A bird tends its feathers with endless, patient care. They preen with quiet devotion, for their feathers are their freedom. They comb the ground for seeds and insects, feeding as they go. A bird shakes out its feathers, then settles them neatly once more. Old feathers fall away, and new ones grow to take their place. They dip their beaks to the water and drink, alert between each sip. They twist and dart through the air with impossible ease. A beak plunges into the earth and draws out a hidden meal. A bird ruffles its feathers, then smooths them all back into place. They forage patiently, gathering what the plain provides. Every feather must be tended, for a bird's life depends upon its wings. They pick and probe and snatch, the endless business of the hungry. They draw each feather through their beak, smoothing it into place. They oil and smooth their feathers, keeping their wings ready for the air. They fuss over each feather, keeping their wings in perfect trim. A drifting feather marks where a bird has paused to preen. They shed and regrow their feathers, renewing themselves season by season. A quiet descends, soft and complete, as the light grows low. The world slows and softens and settles into rest. A stillness spreads across the land, deep and unbroken. The day draws to its close in a slow blaze of colour. This is the plain at its most peaceful, wrapped in fading warmth. This is the hour of endings, and here, endings are beautiful. The harsh world turns gentle in the low and golden light. The day folds away its labours and quietly comes to its close. Peace settles over everything, quiet as the coming dark. This is the kindest hour the day has to give. The day gathers its cares and its triumphs and lays them down. The long day is nearly over, and it goes out in glory. This is the hour of calm, when the plain breathes out at last. A deep and gentle peace settles over the world. The day has done its long work, and now it rests. Everything the day held is folded now into the fading light. In the memory of the wild, a single life is a moment, and every moment is enough. The land does not need to be understood to be treasured. The great silence settles, and life waits, as it has always waited, for the turn. Every creature we watched will one day return to the earth and rise again in another. We leave, and the land stays, keeping its slow and patient faith. The land keeps its own time and its own truth, and asks nothing of ours. The horizon holds no answers, only the promise that the story goes on. Some things are too vast to end, and this ancient life is one of them. What we have seen here is older than words, and it will outlast them too. Nothing here belongs to us. We are only fortunate enough to have watched,